Number three is communication. Basically being transparent, honest, vulnerable, and consistent in your communication. For me personally, I like when dating someone who is able and willing to communicate as clear as possible. I'm an overthinker, so I need things to be clear, right? And I like to be clear in my communication also, because I know how it feels to be an overthinker. The thing about being able to communicate as well as possible is that it brings you closer to each other. Not only because you get to know the person, but because the person gets to know and you get to know about the person, what's going on in your head. And by being honest, transparent, vulnerable, and consistent, you make sure that nothing stands in the way between you and the other person. When somebody is being inconsistent in their communication with you, that might also mean that you're not a priority. Of course, there might be different things going on, but again, if someone really cherishes your connection, they will make sure that everything is clear, right? And they will always make sure that they're around. They don't just disappear for hours and then show up again like nothing happened. So by being clear about your intentions, you, like I said before, you grow closer with each other, and it creates a space to be vulnerable, right? And the only way to do that is if you're doing this on a consistent basis, right? So if something or someone is really important to you, make sure you're consistent in your communication and ask for that in return. Again, if you feel like that person is not willing to do that, that is a sign for you to move on. I hope I don't trigger anybody with this thing, because I know that life can happen and someone might not be able to show up the same way as usual. But again, if this is a reoccurring pattern, it might be a sign that this person is not as invested as you are. So pay attention to that. Alright, number 4 is align goals and values.